Imagine there was a simpler way to view trinomials and making it easier to identify them when a is greater than 1. Hey Math 2, Johan here. There's an easy way to teach you how to factor and identify trinomials when it is greater than 1. Factoring trinomials is converting an algebraic expression from a trinomial expression to a binomial expression. Essentially, it makes it easier to take it in, easier to process, easier to solve. So first thing we'll do is we'll take a look at an example of a trinomial, and then go through the process of factoring one.
Looking at this first example, we have x squared plus x minus 6. So we want to factor this out to get negative 2x plus 3x minus 6. Minus 2x plus 3x multiplied together would equal 6, which adds up. And if you added negative 2x plus 3x, it would equal x, which also adds up for the trinomial. And then you just factor that out to become x plus 3, which is in parentheses, and then on close parentheses, and then another parentheses, x minus 2. And that would be the factored form of this trinomial. For the second example, we have x squared minus 9x plus 20. So we want to factor out this 9x to get negative 5x minus 4x. Multiplying those two together would get 20x, which adds up to 20, which would make it equal to the right side of the equation. And if we added these two together, it would become negative 9x, which equals the middle of the equation. So this all adds up to our method, and then we'd factor that out to get, in parentheses, x minus 4, close parentheses, and then another parentheses, x minus 5. And that would be the end of your second example. For the third example, we have x squared plus 7x plus 6. So we want to factor out the 7x to get positive 6x plus positive 1x. So if we add those together, we would get 7x, which adds up. And if we multiply them with each other, we would get 6x, which adds up to 6, which is the right side of the equation. And this adds up with our method. So now we would factor this out to get, in parentheses, x plus 1, close parentheses, and another parentheses, x plus 6, close parentheses. That would be the end of example number 3. So, for the last and final example, we have x squared minus 2x minus 80. So, we want to factor this out to get positive 8x minus 10x. Adding those two together would get 2x, which equals the original x value of the original trinomial. And if you multiplied these two together, you would get negative 80x, which is equal to negative 80, which is on the right side of the trinomial. So now, all we need to do is factor this out into a factored form, which would get parentheses x minus 10, close parentheses, and parentheses x plus 8, close parentheses. This would be the factor form of the example, and would finish out our last and final example.
In conclusion, we want to factor out the x, so the two new x values we get multiplied to the value of c, and add to the old x. We then take these two new x values and put them into a factored form to get our final solution. After this, you should feel fully ready for any trinomial where a is greater than 1 when it comes your way. And as always, thanks for watching. Vsauce out.
I hope you all know how to factor trinomials when a is greater than 1. Thank you for watching. I love you, MathTube.